gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Here's to a fair fight.
Bring the heat!
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with a jumping. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. They can open up this round big by converting this punishment. Solid combo. Solid throw tech.
Now observe. Go.
Feeling out the spacing. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Jump KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Knockdown and they may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Their spacing is so on, springs forward with a drive rush. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Brings down the waning mood on him. Ugh, this is a complete shutdown. This can lead to some big damage. Sneaks in the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Neither of them willing to back off here. Uses the parry. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it.
Now observe. Go.
Overhead. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Jumps in. That's some big hits him with a stopping bomb. Up into the air off of Just Cool. Drumming up a beatdown. Player 2, there's a wall slap. They can't do anything now. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. A super art? That's not gonna hit. Cages them in with a Latsuka. They're thinking of scoring big off this cage use. Spikes him with three gloves. Connects with the throw. What'll happen here? A real test. Ooh, what a smart throw. Players, the overhead denied. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone uses their drive gauge. The next touch may decide this round. Medium kick. Puts the fear of God in. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who's going to steal this win? Departure set. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Scuffle, crowns them from above. Getting up close and personal. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. The overhead denied. Medium kick into side switch. What now? Break overhead, but it won't work. Ooh, what a smart blow. Both sides getting ready. This is gonna hurt. Player 2, nothing stops this train. Clark getting it all on this level 2 super arm. Off to spend the meter on the super. The Triglav skewing it. They're just gonna go for it with the super. Ram and whips. They're wide open. Grab them. Player 2 is in a very good spot. The brain on this fighter to fish for the Best believe it's time for that football. Medium kick into... Jump? Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Well-timed corner switch. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. The low heavy hits. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Strings it all together. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Very critical point of the match with full drive gauge available. Jumps in. Torbalan, extending that drive gauge. KO! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. The low heavy's blocked. Throwing some shade. Jumps? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Springs forward with the drive rush. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's back with the drive attack on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Barely blocks the jump in. Medium kick. This can lead to some big damage. Ooh, what a smart throw. Life lead is there. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Cashes out the cage right there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the weekend. Time to bump out. Can this drive bring them back? Backed into the corner. One setup and whip. They're wide open. Okay, here we go. That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Lays on the pressure with the projectile, throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? What's the play here? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Trying to figure out who will make the first move here. Goes to the overdrive. Was looking for that jump attack. Goes for the super art? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Very solid corners. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player two has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Oh God, this is tense. A critical situation for both fighters. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. KO! Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Fake out! This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player one will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player two has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Medium kick hits. Barely blocks the jump in. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Out of range, relatively safe. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. There's a change of sides. Player two, burnout activates. Going in, nothing stops this train. Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They're stunned. All they need to do is get enough damage to finish it. Player flatlines them. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that putback. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. Grabs him. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Holds out with the block. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. The jump in is denied. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Brushes off the impact. Rips the slasher out. Ah, burnout activates. Feeling out the spacing. Jumps up. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Both sides have the super gauge max and ready to rip. Meter management is going to be a huge factor. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Drumming up, burnout activates. Both fighters planning something critical. What's gonna happen?
Meaningless efforts.
There's nowhere to run. Targets need to get hands on them for the interdiction. Player two can't afford this. Oh, coming for you. Throws them. Oh, here we go. Can they use their resources wisely to pick up the win here? They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Somehow manages to block. No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who's going to steal this win? Shows the medium kick. Barely blocks the jumping. Machine gun up super art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the weekend. Time to punch out. Okay, here we go. Player two is in a very good spot now. Wall splash into the guard break. Player two with the rhythm owning that space. They couldn't tech the throw. Player two is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Hits them with a stop and bop. Checks them with a projectile. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Goes for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Throws him down. Anticipates the overhead. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Gets the jump in. They trade. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Up into the air off the just cool. Can't tech the throw. Takes a trip. Holds out with the block. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Player two is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Oh God, this is tense. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent, but in there! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Can't tech the throw. Player one has a slight life lead that they may sit on. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Uses the target combo as a filler. Pokes with a medium kick. You've gotta be mindful of reach and counters with amnesia. Nice read. Smart play with the throw. Their life is amnesia. Good read with that throw escape. Jumps in. the impact. Medium kick.
No.
Torbalan. Player one is dominating this match. One chance here may end this match. Connects with the throw. Both fighters planted impact. Squashed. Knew the throw was coming. Can they create an opportunity? Fires off the Genova. What were they thinking? That was a well-placed projectile. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The last round. It's now or never. Takeout. That feeling out phase is over. Crowns him from above. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player one is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Hey!
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Player one is in burnout state. This is critical. They're stunned and they may not have enough life left to survive. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This doesn't set the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.